What is up, my gamers? Crow Eagle at War here with today's video on how to improve your Black Ops 2 gameplay. Today I'm going to be using the Chicom CQB with Select Fire and Reflex Sight. This gun is beast if you want to use it as a runner class setup. The Select Fire and Reflex Sight is used for precise accuracy and non-stop spray when it gets heavy. So what I do suggest is that you want to use this on Select Fire, use it in moderation. Do short bursts because this gun has some hellacious recoil to it, but the hip fire is granted to kill once you get used to the Chicom. You want to go ahead and set up the two wild cards for perk 1 and 3. Perk 1, you want to add a setup on hardline for those massive score streaks in less time than normal, and add on lightweight so you can move faster and take little to none on a fall. Perk 2, add on the toughness. All the pros use it, and all you're going to do is have a better chance from flinching while being shot at. Moving on to perk 3, you want to go ahead and set up dexterity and extreme conditioning to keep that gun ready up and faster than your foe, and you will run without any limitations. And you will be even so fast at times the enemy will think you've disappeared on them. Even if you're good at it, do some cat and mouse tactics. Moving on to the gameplay, I'm playing Hardcore Kill Confirm. This is a very fast-paced game, so the objective is to get those tags and kills racking up. First tip of the game: this is a game, this is not real. Take your time and learn the maps and spawns. Communicate with your teammates and call out positions and ask for help. Tip number 2, be prepared for a long match, so expect UAVs in the air constantly, plus AGRs, and it's always care packages on the way. So call out the teammates to shoot them down or do it yourself. Since the game is about rushing, see to it that this is your advantage. If you see golden tags laying around, 9 out of 10 times an enemy is near. Be careful for campers in full spawn to be near you. The full advantage here is you can rack up your points if you're killing at least 5 people and collect the dog tags laying around, as well as I suggest you take your time and set your bait. Go in slow for the tags because the enemy reaction time is slowed down enough, leaving them vulnerable because they are more focused on the tags they are trying to kill you. Tip number 3, your gun is the bread and butter, so take cover when you reload or drop all the way down, and always run with the gun at your chest height. That gives you the advantage of being the first to hit the enemy if the enemy is running upon you. Tip number 4, you need to be prepared for all terrains and expectations of your surroundings, from bouncing betties to guardians and sentry guns. Always have a class setup with an EMP grenade, flak jacket, and tactical mask, just in case you have teammates or enemies who are always using them in the battle. This is a must, and just in case your teammates are not responsive or you're on your own. Tip number 5, find the gun that fits you, whether it's a heavy gun or you're a quick scoper. Find your pace and find the gun you're best at. My personal favorite is the Type 25. It's just smooth and slays the noobs. Tip number 6, practice makes perfect. Keep going on and keep going. This is a very laggy game at times, so to improve your lag, you might need a faster speed, but still it's going to lag out. Not much to say on that, but if you love the game, you just keep pushing. You always have days of nothing but lag and some smooth days, but the real reason you might want to be just doing this horrible is that your enemy had a better advantage of speed on you, or the other team is further away from you. Tip number 7, have fun. This is a game more about the patience, so don't just camp. Play the objective and look at your goals to accomplish all the guns and calling cards. Camping is not fun for everyone, so play fair. Camping is consistent of holding your spawn and or staying in one spot throughout the whole game. Tip number 8, use your head and trick your foes by switching around corners rather heading one-on-one. Tip number 9, get energized to get out in the game. Don't go into the lobby off of Steam expecting to make 100 kills off the bat. Get sleep and have your reflexes at 100%. This is all about motor skills and plain old eye coordination and teamwork. Last but not least, tip number 10, find your position in the game. Do you always tend to make the number 2 spot or the 3rd spot on the team you're on? So what? Number 1 is not a thing. It's nice, but if you just ain't at that pace yet, then just do the favor of spotting the enemies and taking out all the UAVs, care packages, and spotting the booby traps. On a side note, if you keep getting sniped by POS snipers that just camp all day, avert them at all costs and move on. The only thing that's racking up on them is their score streaks. So move on and slay away. I hope you enjoyed this video and slay that like button. Subscribe and share this video.
Now it's getting a little too late, Your sorries ain't working now. How can I forget? It's over for now. Now I live with no regrets. I'm tearing down all these walls, Your words soon to shake down and fall. I'ma push on. Now it's getting a little too late, Your sorries ain't working now. How can I forget? It's over for now. Now I live with no regrets. I'm tearing down all these walls, Your words soon to shake down and fall. I'ma push on.